talk about her.
I have no reason to talk about her.
To tear her down.
To tear her down.
To be jealous of her.
To be jealous of her.
Or to compete with her.
Or to compete with her.
I am going to stand behind her and help her.
I am going to stand behind her and help her.
Push her into her destiny.
Push her into her destiny.
Pretty women pray.
Pretty women pray.
So, as a person, you must be able to communicate your thoughts and your ideas, because they may bring about different changes that may or may not impact you, but at the end of the day, they did a change, right? So, communication again sets boundaries. If you communicate, you are set to have boundaries that people shall follow. You know where you start and where you end. Like, you know what limits you, and you know what keeps people away. You know the good that is for you, and they know the good that is for them. So if you communicate, people are set to understand who you are. They are set to know what you want and not tempt you in that particular way. And another thing, communication leads you to greater heights in such that when you communicate your thoughts, you are set to be seen by people that are important, such as promoters, if you are a person of entertainment, or if you are a business person, if you are set to speak on your business proposals, they're set to hear you, and those people can bring a life-changing moment where they may sponsor you or lead you to those great heights that you seek. If you seek school, if you seek employment, if you have a hustle, communication is the way through, because people get to hear you and hear what you sell, and by doing so, you lift yourself up. Another thing is that communication leads you a step forward to your destination. Because of all the inspiration and motivation that you get, you are set to take a journey where you speak about yourself, where you promote yourself in front of people, and when you build relations, just like Girls4girls, a sisterhood that keeps us together. Hallelujah. Amen. So communication is a very important aspect in which you need to have. Whether you are alone, you can even speak to yourself. You speak to God, you speak to other people that you relate to. Again, yes.
Okay. I am me. I'm a girl of power. I rise and encourage others. I speak loud words. I am me. That's all I need.
Things that are out of their comfort zone, such as standing up here. And in life, we are all teachers, and there's people that we influence. And also, to be a courageous leader, there are certain points that you need to pass through before you can attain that, status of being a courageous leader. You have to know your goals and find your purpose in life and find your mission. You have to invest in your gathering years, which basically means while you're still young, this is the time to utilize, to find items or people or courses that will build you up to achieving your goals and your mission. You have to choose your village carefully. Basically, you have to choose the people that you surround yourself with carefully, because those people will either help to make you or break you in life. And you have to have the courage and the ability to overcome fear, such as standing up here.
The Girls4girls sessions that we have, how many are they? 6. There are 6. So what it means is every session builds into one another. What we learned from the previous session, you still have to come with that photo or build that up into the next session. So that by session 6, we all graduate as, courageous, people who are of influence, confident, and we are able to communicate effectively. We are able to negotiate for ourselves and for other people. We are able to stand up for office, stand up for any leadership position that is out there. So they build on top of each other. Whatever you learned in session 1, don't forget about it. Whatever you have learned in session 2. When we talk about courageous leadership and the art of communication, that we'll be talking about today. Because for you to communicate effectively, you have to be a courageous person. You have to be able to stand up front, and be able to speak for yourself and study psychology.
Chairperson at Nyangabo Hospital for Patient Welfare Committee, founder and CEO of Vala Mental Health Foundation. She loves charity work and an aspiring philanthropist.
I'd like to acknowledge something. I noticed that she made it like jack of all trades. When we are breaking the bias, international female, we are break the bias. And you get a break. What could you find out? In the olden days, what farmers were. We're only men. So we are doing this difference. So I yet really are going to talk about the art of communication. But I'm going to also link that because I think that most of us, or if not all of us, we are mothers. How are we communicating? Are we communicating with our kids properly? Or are we breaking down? Because what are we saying to them? How are we communicating at work? Are we communicating properly? Or are we contributing to be the toxic ones at work? I don't want the toxic employees, toxic bosses and all that. Are we communicating properly? Do we even know the art of communication? Do we understand them? And why are we communicating? And we are communicating because I want to be heard. Or I'm just communicating making noise. You can be communicating by making noise. Don't give them this outside. I used to communicate with that little girl. Oh man, why am I? I'm here. Why I scream? Because shouting is not communication. But that's the background we are coming from. But the government will have a whole. They are communicating. But was that communication? Because communication, I have to pass the message across. At the end of the day, I know that's why most of us never told or most of us never have mana. Oh, what are they? We can't answer that. But you can say it loud because we never had that. In our African communities or culture, I'm very aware how we say that. But is that communication? Is that the environment you want your kids to grow up in? Yes, we went through it. But we tend to say, that's what they are. And look, I'm becoming like this. What is this? Is it good? Am I okay? Do I have anxiety issues because I don't know how to communicate? I'm having palpitations and all that because I've never been given that platform to just stand there and talk to people. None can I look every time.
But we are supposed to perfect ourselves. Thirdly, listening. Always be a listener for you to communicate back to the community. And then we have a personal development.
Yes, ours is the art of communication. But first, I would like maybe to touch on what Dr. Menge said and also what our guest speaker said. They emphasize on knowing your audience. They also emphasize on knowing the type of message to relate to your audience. You have to give your audience with a task. Then, as we moved on, talked about the 2-minute speech or any topic or
English and public speaking of 10. The other one said, have been involved in a lot of public speaking sessions for this year, so there will be so much practice. Thank you, that's all I have.
Hi, this is Girls4girls Mathangwane. My name is Mathangwane. Today we learned of the arts of communication. I've learned that to become a courageous leader, you have to know about good communication. You have to be able to speak out and communicate well with others.
Hi, my name is Charity, a part of G4G, Girls4girls empowerment session. Today we're dealing with the art of communication, and it has been an amazing session because I learned how to effectively communicate as a person. For I am going to be a community development officer, hence this session was a very important one. I learned how to take the steps that I need to take in order to deal with all that makes my communication to be less, like having coping mechanisms like meditating and affirming to myself. As a matter of fact, being a part of G4G is a blessing because I am building relations that will go beyond this initiative, and also being a leader of tomorrow that will also make something out of those who come after me.
Thank you. It's Dr. Chizani Mdenge, and I'm the cohort leader for Mathangwane Girls4girls cohort. So today we were doing the art of communication. The girls were learning about how to be effective communicators. They learned that a good speech should be inspiring, should have clarity, and also it should have a call of action and it should be persuasive. So the guest speaker Charlotte also talked about the types of communications that are out there, which is your verbal and non-verbal, written and also visual communication. The girls learned that non-verbal communication is also important. They should be able to dress well and to present themselves and to be confident. And when they're giving any form of communication or a speech, they should know the outcome of what they are communicating about. And also, they should if they are anxious, they should learn to know the breathing techniques to breathe in and out, and also to forget about what other people will say about them, and to just be confident. So we also tied the art of communication to courageous leadership from last week's session to say a courageous leader is the one who has effective communication skills in order to communicate well with other people. The ladies also learn about being the voice of the voiceless. Thank you. Bye.